My name is Jordan Pearson. I'm from Torbay in Devon. I've been a youth worker, I've been a support worker, and I've even ran my own community centre. And throughout those journeys, I've met so many ordinarily kind people that don't get the recognition that they deserve. So this is my attempt to recognise them. I think kindness is within all of us. It costs nothing to be kind, but it probably means the most. We're looking for kind people that are passionate about what they do and really trying to make a huge difference in their community. These people are the backbone of our society, giving one thing that you can't get more of: their time. In these last few episodes, I'm riding solo, and I'm determined to get to the nitty-gritty of what makes these organisations thrive. Everyday, ordinary, kind people. In the latter stages of my journey around England, I'm stopping by in Benfleet to visit some of the people who run Wyvern Community Transport. Covering the Rochford district and Castle Point areas in Essex, a mixture of employees and volunteers take the wheel and provide low-cost transport for people who are in need due to their age, sickness, mental or physical disability, or because adequate and safe public transport services are not available. I got to ride along on one of the morning trips to the supermarket to see firsthand how valuable the service is to those who use it, and of course to find out more about the people who keep the wheels turning. We arrived nice and early to catch the bus to Canvey Island. After Maggie, one of the drivers, made a few vital checks, we were off.
From the moment we get up and get out, it's just picking up people, taking them to the shops, the doctors, the hospital, family, friends, wherever it is they need to get to. And sometimes it's people that cannot get on normal transport. So for us, we get the really good people. Where before, the job I had, it was Meals on Wheels, and it was really keeping people indoors and feeding them indoors, where now, ultimately, I can get them out to do things and see people. And yeah, it's amazing. I love their background, I love the interaction with them, the laughs. Yeah, I love people, I have to be around people. I'm not a loner. So yeah, but it happens to be elderly and disabled people, and the connection's there.
Life's been good to me. I've had a reasonably good job all my life. And I always said that when I retire, you've got to do something. So I thought, right, what I'll do, I'll volunteer for something. I'm interested in people, and there's so many interesting people out there. All got stories, all got interesting stories. They're just lovely.
The people would be far more lonely. A lot of people that we pick up wouldn't be able to access public transport. So I guess there'd be an awful lot of very insular people with quite a lot of sadness, really.
Good morning, Becky. Oh, hello. Hello, darling. You all right?
You did your gloves today, though, didn't you?
We see you yesterday down the town. Yes. I was like, oh, there she goes.
I had a mobility car, and I was very ill in hospital, and I came out in February, and I didn't go out. My daughter was supposed to be my carer and take me out, but she didn't. So in August of that year, I asked if I could go out to buy some new clothes, and she said she was busy. Then I got a phone call to say, would you like to come out on the August bank holiday Monday? I said, yes, please. I was dumped at Basildon with my scooter, and that was it. So I thought, I'll get rid of the car. And she didn't like it. So that's when I saw one of the drivers, and he gave me a pamphlet about Wyvern. And it's been marvellous. Absolutely marvellous.
Because I don't drive, my nearest supermarket is Sainsbury's. And so I was sort of walking backwards and forwards from Sainsbury's. And since I've been using Lidl's, then I've saved so much money by going there rather than Sainsbury's. And so, this bus takes me to the supermarket that I actually want to go to rather than having to use the one that's close to home. Maggie took me on my first journey from here to the shops, to Lidl's, and it was so friendly and continues that way to today. It feels like a family. Every journey has been really great. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
My scooter is my lifeline, and if I couldn't bring a scooter, I couldn't come. So, no, it's a wonderful service.
I would love to go back to being a driver at times. It's not just in there, it's the most rewarding thing, and it's fun anyway, because you're driving a great big minibus and you're high up, and that's fun. And it's really good fun. But you're out there meeting people, and that in itself is amazing, and you're helping, you're enabling the most vulnerable people in our areas to actually stay in their homes, and that's amazing. And through whether they just want to go shopping or to a club or a medical appointment, doesn't matter where they're going, you're enabling that because they can get to those places. Just to drive, no, that's the most important thing. That's what we're here for. Well, I did volunteering for about 3 years. And when the transport manager that was here before left, we were all asked, if you were interested. It just went from there, really. I thought, well, I reckon I can do that. So I jumped in and said, put in my application, and I'm here now, so it's obviously successful. So.
Why do you do what you do then?
It's the people. It's the people. I mean, I'm more involved with my volunteers, my trustees and my staff. I don't often now meet our members that are actually benefiting from the service, but it's the members that motivate the volunteers. If I'm very honest, I'm motivated from my volunteers, enabling them to go out and do that. That's for me.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. Yeah. I go home and I tell my wife, and she's quite interested about what I do. If I try and talk to her about politics or Brexit or COVID, don't want to know. Yeah. But if I talk about this, because my wife has been a carer all her life as well. She's managed caring organisations, Yeah, so I thought, I'll get into it. I'm not a person that can do caring as such, changing nappies and things like, you know what I mean. But to help people sort of get out and about. Because a lot of loneliness out there. A lot of loneliness.
Well, it's selfish as well, because I get a lot out of it.
Okay, tell me what you get.
Well, you get pleasure from it. And I lost my husband in January with COVID. So I needed to get out, and it would have been very easy to have not done anything. But with the help of the people here, I carried on volunteering, and I'm glad I did now, because I think I would have stayed at home and done nothing. The whole of last Christmas we were all ill, my daughter and I, and Keith was in hospital.
Did Keith catch coronavirus? And that's how he...
Yeah. And obviously, because we all had it, or my daughter and I had it, we couldn't see him. So, and he'd never been in hospital, reached 71 years old and never been in hospital. So, it was horrendous. And, that's all over the country, isn't it? So many stories you hear, the same thing.
Yeah. That must have been incredibly tough.
It was, yeah.
Not be able to go in and see him.
Yeah, it was.
Can imagine.
A lot of people that we pick up have changed, have become little and frail. Not really physically, but mentally. They're frightened to go out and that sort of thing, which is difficult.
Very, very tough. Yeah, unfortunately, the transport had to stop. And Tracy worked hard for us to help support the food banks around Canvey, Rayleigh, Rochford, that Benfleet, Thundersley, all around those sort of areas. It was very tough, completely different to what we normally do, but very, very rewarding, getting shopping to people that really just could not get out and supporting them at home. Yeah, we was very, very concerned, especially for our local users on our bus. We wasn't sure who was passing away. You know, we was getting some messages through that we'd lost clients, which was heartbreaking, and others that was then put into hospital. But, you know, we did lose some clients, which was completely gutting. It was hard, but you have to keep going. You have to keep going for the people that need it.
Social distancing measures meant that normal service couldn't continue, so Tracy and the team had to find new ways to help their clients.
March 2020, we were literally all in the office, and you know, it was on the news, we're about to go into lockdown, and it was just a case of, my first thought was, all those people that we take out there, how are they going to get food? And it kind of happened really, really, really quickly. I got in touch with counsellors and other organisations, other volunteer groups, and we all came together and started doing food parcels.
During the year of the lockdown, they couldn't have been better. They were wonderful to us. They were delivering us shopping every week, you know. It was wonderful.
That's for us then to try and keep happy, keep them on a level, supporting them to get out, because, again, we were saying earlier on with the news that they're indoors 24/7, consumed by the news, which was then scaring them to go out. And when we eventually got to speak to people and say, you know, look, just give it a try, we're trying our best to keep you safe, supporting them when they came out, and just trying to be like-minded and laughing and joking and trying to get back something like that. When we came back, it has really helped them, and a lot of them are back now, regular going out.
The work we do is amazing. We're keeping people in their homes. We're managing to give them, take them where they need to go and look after them. I think the people that actually do those, the volunteers that we have, are incredible. Most of our volunteers are people that have retired, and they've all done something with their lives already, and they just want to give back. I mean, we've on our team we have people that have been paramedics, people that have been head teachers, people that have been, you know, in incredible roles already. So that we've got a lot of experience that comes with them, and they bring that to this, and they're able to take that out into the community, and they just have so much to give. You know, and they want to share and do what they can for each other. And as a team, they all look after each other. Just an incredible bunch of people, really. And we're only a very, very small unit, but we do a lot of good. And it's nice to be a part of that.
Oh, volunteers, they're just amazing, because they're giving up their time. They're like-minded people. They want to do what I want to do. They want to help and support people, and that's amazing. So my previous role was really feeding people to stay indoors, not to go out, not to socialise. And all I ever wanted to do was get them out. If I could take them out, we're here. Wow, we get them out. We get them out. Whatever we can do to get them out, we try our hardest.
My youngest son, he's very materialistic, and he says, Dad, why do you go there and you don't get paid for it? I said, I do get paid, but not with money. You get paid other ways, like making people, allowing people to go out that probably wouldn't go out. Yeah, I could never get sick of doing this. No, I keep doing this, I can't walk around anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, it's a motivation knowing that you're helping people.
Because it's vital, absolutely vital. You've experienced the people on Canvey, you know, they need the service. And one old lady that we took out 2 or 3 weeks ago, she hadn't been out since before the first lockdown, and we took her to Morrison's. And she was so excited just to be out in Morrison's, you know. That was brilliant.
After riding with the people of Canvey, we truly learned how vital Wyvern community transport is to the local community. It was incredible to hear how the WCT reacted to the pandemic by driving the extra mile to see that nobody went without. To find out more, head to ordinarykindness.co.uk, or to donate, go on the Just Giving page and type in Ordinary Kindness.